as much of a gentleman as
Good
I
luck.
can be. Ian?
Good luck.
You got to help me not hurt me with this one.
But are you being gentlemanly?
I saw Liz Gorman
out.
in the hallway.
Yes.
Liz, and I want to say this like a gentleman. Please, when I saw your legs,
Yes.
literally, I had like my breath. You took my breath away. It took my breath away. I mean, is that wrong?
I need to get those things and zap you. Boom.
Yeah, I thought I needed
like
the paddles.
That?
Yes.
You stopped breathing? Did you stop breathing?
Can you raise that mic?
I mean, I think that just means you need to get in better shape if you already are losing your breath. So.
Oh,
you can
whoa.
come, you can
Your
come to
voice.
the gym and work out with me.
Oh, I lost my voice and my pulse.
She's inviting you to get a workout with her. Get you some.
Liz, how do you get in that kind of tremendous shape? You are in awesome shape.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, obviously I play football, but it's all the training behind it. And as Ian has seen in the gym, I'm kind of a little crazy when it comes to my workout.
She goes hard.
So,
She goes hard.
it's just a lot of dedication.
Do you ever watch the CrossFit stuff on TV?
I do.
And what did you? I mean, because those women and those guys are in fantastic shape. Do you do any of that?
Well, I do more performance training, actually a lot of workouts with Yo Murphy and different things. And I know with CrossFit, it's a little different structure, but I do more performance, speed, agility, a lot of core, but I do a lot of more movement things. Fast
But she
twitch.
could do it.
But
Whatever.
I could.
She could do whatever she wanted.
Because she's strong. Like a lot of girls, they look good, but they're not strong. She's strong, and she could run, and the whole jumping, the whole 9 yards.
Are you still playing Lingerie Football League?
I am. I just got back from Mexico for an All-Star game, and then I leave for Australia the 24th
I
to
saw
the 10th.
you guys drew 15,000 for a game in Mexico City.
We did.
Wow.
Actually, I think they said they pre-sold 18, but I guess the other 3 didn't want to show up.
Well, they missed out. Liz was Defensive Player of the Year this year, by the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And showed out in the playoffs. We didn't get it done, but we made it good, though. The girls made us proud, definitely.
And the Australian money that was infused, from what I hear, to expand the league. Tell us about that.
The expansion, well, we're actually off. I don't know if you knew that, but
I know you're off for a little bit, but
a
then
year,
come back bigger
Right.
with Australia.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Canada is actually already launching. They're going to have a team there for a year, and then they're going to go to, obviously, Australia with the All-Star Games, and then they want to expand to Mexico as well. So internationally, I mean, even going to Mexico, I think they just love the blondes. I'm not sure, but no, they love it. I mean, they have really embraced it, and they kind of look past the name of lingerie. Maybe it's the language barrier, which is a good thing for us. But they don't look at the name, and they actually come to watch us play, and they really support us. So,
well, you know about the name lingerie because
we had the conversation.
I've taken you there before. You've been there a few times. They got to take that name.
You got to
away.
take the name because it's not lingerie. I mean,
it's not.
It's sexy, sure, but it's not about that. You guys are so strong, athletic, and violent. I didn't expect the violence and the hitting that I saw, Liz, when you play.
yeah, a lot of people don't, but also, I mean, you look at me. You're looking at me right now. I don't look quite as fierce as when I play. So you can't. The whole judge the book, but he's laughing in the corner. As I said, I have a vein that starts popping, and if that goes, watch out, don't come near me. But I mean, even the All-Star game, I mean, there's girls. I mean, they range from every single size. I mean, you don't have girls that are like me that normally hit like me, but it's different body types, and exactly what I said. You got to come watch it to believe it, because even when I say I play football, nobody would know how I play or how I hit, and it's one of those things you got to show up and just.
And what did you do in high school or college? Athletically.
I did everything. I mean, I soccer, basketball, tennis, softball. I mean, I did everything. And then when I was in college, I played soccer. They even had the Galactics here for a little bit, the semi-pro team. I played there. 3 surgeries down. You can see the scar on my girl's tooth went through my jaw playing soccer.
That's a good scar, though.
That is.
But if he had a scar,
there.
At least making somebody's tooth go.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
It's a good story. I do. I have lots of good stories. It's like, what's wrong? Why can't you walk today? I mean, look at me. I show up like this, and I've got bruises all over my leg from Mexico. Scabs, not exactly the best thing. I'm like, well, I play football, so.
I see these young ladies, love the young ladies at the factory walking around with turf burns on their side. I've never seen anybody with a turf burn on their side
they're
before.
wearing next to nothing
exactly.
on turf.
Oh, do you see that right there?
Yeah, that looks really painful.
I actually had 2 staph infections because
That
it cut so big. I actually have a meeting tonight with the owner of the league and different people, because we are looking at it. I mean, sex sells. You got to love, you're going to have a bit of sex appeal, obviously, but there's protection involved,
Even
too.
if you wore like those things that look like wetsuits, really tight, long
exactly.
sleeve
Those
lycra.
are very, exactly. Yeah. So we're looking at just more protection for the girls, because, I mean, obviously I'm not going to sit here and say, change the whole thing. A lot of times my words are altered in interviews. All I'm saying is there's a way to evolve something to protect the girls more, but not necessarily take away from the whole sex appeal, because people think if you take away the uniforms, there's nothing there to market. We're just saying protect us just a little bit more.
That makes all the sense in the world. What did you think of one of your athletes posing for Playboy?
Well, here's a quote I've had. I'll just tell you my personal opinion.
All
I can't control what other people do. I mean, that is great for her. I would never say anything ill towards that. I've only said this. I look at the league as Sports Illustrated, not as Playboy. And the reason I say that is we have beautiful bodies, but we are more than obviously a body. We're more than an image. We're saying that, look, we can be this athletic, we can be intelligent, but, I always say this quote, I'll hit you like Ray Lewis. Like, people don't expect that.
Nice.
So that's the Sports Illustrated aspect of it, that I can wear a bikini and still have that sex appeal, but it's classy to have respect to say, listen, I have this body because I worked my ass off for this body.
Very good, Liz.
No, I had Liz in my office a while ago, and this is before I ever seen her play. And, lovely young lady, and I think it was when I put her on the magazine, and we're talking about her, and we're talking about football, and she stops, and she says to me, sometimes you have to knock a bitch out. And I looked at her, and I go, yeah, I get that. I get that. You know what I mean? You got to have that in you. Now, you have an event coming up. It's this Saturday. What you guys got going on?
Sean Klein is here to explain for the Wounded Warriors this benefit concert. Sean, tell us about this, and welcome.
Thanks, Ron. Rock the Park is an event that was actually created last year for my nonprofit, which is called the Center for Independence. We work with the developmentally disabled community in Pasco County by operating 3 group homes, adult living facility, adult day training, supported employment, transportation. We run the gamut.
So you do this and the Wounded Warriors?
Yes. So what we decided to do, rather than just benefit the Center for Independence, as I showed you a picture before for Lance Corporal Justin Gartner from last year, I saw a news clip about him losing his legs in Afghanistan at the end of 2010, and that really sparked the interest to make an event that was not only for us, but to help out the Wounded Warriors at the same time. And this event, as I said, it was called Rock the Park. It's presented by the Tampa Bay Times this year. It will be at Sims Park Amphitheater in Newport Richey, which is in Pasco County. Mm-hmm. The event, it is a benefit for, as I said, Wounded Warriors and the Center, but it's actually a big, fun party is what this is.
And it's this weekend?
Yes, it is going to be this Saturday from 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. We have 6 of Tampa's top rock acts that will be out there, so it's not the same as the events that we get in Pasco with country. It's rock and roll.
Now, people get tickets on the internet, or they show up at the door? What's the deal?
Up. You just show up, Ron. You just walk in, and that's what you do.
Where?
It's absolutely free. At Sims Park. At Sims Park. You can find that. It's just off Main Street, right there in downtown Newport Richey. It's a beautiful venue, right along the Cody River out there.
What are you charging?
Absolutely nothing. It's absolutely free. Just go out there for some great music, and at the same time, where we're going to make a little bit of our money is we have a huge silent auction, have quite a few packages, like vacation packages, Orlando, some Tampa, sexy time weekends out there. We got quite a few things, which we're still looking for more sponsors, obviously, at the last minute. Still looking for more donations.
Well, you get a website for that for people that want to donate?
You can actually check us out at on Facebook. We're rtp.simspark, SIMSPARK, or if I give my email, they can contact me directly, and that is SKLINE at ARCPasco, PASCO.org.
All right, this Saturday, Sims Park. Go to the concert, help the Wounded Warriors and your other organization, which is a Center for Independence.
Yes, sir.
And Liz, how did you get involved with the Wounded Warriors, and how did you get involved with Sean Klein?
Well, actually, I was honored. He contacted me and he told me about what he was doing, and he's actually given me the opportunity, which I love. I'm actually trying to do, while I am doing it, I have a nonprofit myself that I've started, and I'm really just trying to get, not necessarily exposure to it, but to get people involved that are passionate about what I'm doing, and really just launch it. And he's been more than gracious and helpful, and I think a lot of the same of our efforts are going to the same cause. So especially with my program, which I can tell you about in a little bit. But we have a program in my thing that says adopt a military. So I was so excited.
Adopt a military.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm currently involved in mentoring student athletes with the Florida foster care system. So I've kind of gone out right now before I started the nonprofit, and I do performance training, like I said, and I feel like with some of these kids, they're not given the opportunity when they move around schools to stay in the sports. And obviously, I grew up in sports, and I think it reiterates responsibility and just has so much behind it to help these kids in the future. And they were not able to have the same opportunities as maybe some other children.
Are these kids of military people?
These are kids in the foster care program. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a year-long system where basically it's accountability with training. And so I take them out, we do training things. And then if they have a specific sport like football, maybe I have some professional athletes come out or even coaches. We train them. I have some camps I'm going to launch with football. And then what we do is we tell these kids, you're not a charity, you're going to work it back. So I call it social responsibility, saying I'm going to take these kids and say we get them shoes or anything else, and that costs $60. Well, to pay that back, we give back to the community. So I have like adopt a pet, adopt a charity, adopt a military, meaning, these kids go out to the military.
It's like doing community service.
Exactly. They get a relationship. And so if some of these, vets, they go out, they have a pen pal, they have, somebody that looks up to them as well. I have someone right now going to Afghanistan, and one of the children I have are going to be a pen pal. And, that helps out them. It just forms a relationship, and it really says, the community cares about these kids, and the kids really appreciate and respect when the community steps up and helps them.
That's very cool how you're doing it. It's a pay it forward thing.
I see Liz with the young men and doing good things.
All right, and LFL, when the league cranks back up, whenever you want to talk about your next international or local event, you're still playing at the Forum, right?
We are, and we actually, I leave the 24th. I have 2 games in Australia, and I believe that they will launch. I know they just aired our Mexico game on pay-per-view, and so I know that will be available. So I'm sure if you guys want me back, I can
stay out of the water. Stay out of the water.
Oh, hey,
no, seriously.
Yeah. No, go diving with sharks.
No,
seriously.
Don't
you
do
sound
that.
like a brave young lady. You are a brave young lady.
I'm going to be honest. I got one. You want to know my fear?
What?
Absolute fear. There's 2 things. Alligators and sharks, not my thing. Land, because
two
I can
good
run.
things. Yeah.
I'll give you. Let me run, okay? If anything wants to chase me down, I'm good. But swimming, I don't know about
I get
that.
it.
All right.
I get it.
So.
Stay out of the water.
Well, Liz, thanks a lot, and
Thank
continued
you, Liz.
success to you. You're a great asset to the community. And Sean, thanks, man. Saturday is the concert, Sims Park in Newport Richey. Help the Wounded Warriors and help the Center for Independence. All right, we appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys.